Okay, welcome to the Prince Double Show, and welcome my guests here tonight. All those joining me tonight, Veronica, Nayu, I'm seeing here, and all those coming to the show tonight. Welcome to the Prince Double Show. Tonight, I got the former Grand GS president. He's going to be my special guest tonight. We're going to be talking about Grand GS County and other issues that are happening in our community here and in other parts of the world. So, the Honorable Thelma Collins will be my guest, and please share the show. If you're joining us, please share the show so other people can join and listen to the president, the former president of the GGAA. And we're going to be playing some video also from the community. A lot of videos of people endorsing Madame Boad openly in programs. And we'll play two videos from there. We'll have a conversation with the former president, and then we're going to we'll open the lines. And anybody want to ask question professionally, you can call in and ask your question. Thank you, Isaac. For that video you posted of me singing. He said you didn't know I could sing, but I was doing so. So Isaac, please share the show. Mr. Alexander Yala, share the show. Anthony, and please share the show. Very, please share the show. Please share the show. And now we got the former president in the back there. We don't need to keep too long in the back. We're gonna bring on the former president of this community. Mr. President, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. You can hear me?
Sorry there, Mr. President.
Uh,
That was an important call I needed to take. Sorry for that. Okay, Mr. President, welcome. You've been quiet lately in the community. They don't see you. They don't see you. How's the weather over there in Pittsburgh? You still
yeah,
in Pittsburgh, huh?
no, I'm in Baltimore. The weather here is not that friendly. It's cool here also.
Oh, okay.
It's just about 1 hour away from Washington, D.C., and you saw they had a building.
Okay, that's good.
Similar
So,
weather was in this area.
I mean, you been away from the GGAA community. You led this organization for a couple of years, and then the election is coming. I'm gonna give you the time for us to introduce yourself. Let me not do it. We'll let our guests to do their own introduction. So you tell us and tell
Yeah.
us, Mr. President.
Well,
Welcome to the show.
thank you. I guess if this is strange in the audience, most of you guys know me. I'm Tillman Collins, uh, member of the Grange Association. After the highest position in the Grange Association, national president. I was elected twice, and I'm still around. We always want to make sure that our alma mater look good. The Grange Association looks good.
Hmm.
We want them to be able to make progress, even though we're not fully actively involved, like when we're holding position, but we always make sure we're in touch with those out there so that our recognition in the community is great.
Hmm.
So I'm here tonight, to just discuss some of the experiences we have, the transitions that this organization been having, since 1975 up to present, and what we can do to be able to stabilize and make it better.
Okay. So let's go. Welcome again, Mr. President. We here to talk GGAA. Maybe we'll go to liberal politics, talk about the Grand Judah County, especially now that our boys are going to Morovia to on a big field to play at SKD Sports Complex. So I don't know if you've been following our boys, but we whipped two games in Grand Judah. Even though the news from the coach and the other guys are not too good, but that the guys are not being paid, they're not being fed regularly, And but those are things that we can call on for the authority, those in charge to follow. Well, how about the game? You ever saw any of the game, or you just heard that your boys won
Yeah, then I
and
watched
your
the
girls
first
too?
game. Yeah, I watched the first game. I think they're making progress. You know, I used to play soccer before, Prince.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Begin Eddie, yeah.
What else is it?
Eddie say he used to play soccer. I say, my man, I used to play. But time I can play that. Only
I never saw Ellis Yala play soccer, so I can't attest to that. But Ellis know I used to play soccer.
okay, well, Mr. President. So I mean, this GGA we're going down to the. Will we see you in Georgia? The Constitution Review and Mini Convention.
um,
That's about on the 31st to the 2nd.
I'm still working on means, you know, I just came from Liberia
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. You guess,
I
yeah,
never,
yeah. I saw your picking. You say you will get there. You left not too long.
I
One
never
and a
had
half day.
means on the Georgia team, but certainly I will be at the
Okay. You'll be in Louisville.
yeah,
Your
I'll be
second time in Louisville.
yeah, I'll be
Okay. Okay. Because I brought you here back
there.
for my inaugural program. Since then, you've been here?
Yeah, I visited and after the inaugural program we have the bereavement program down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. So,
Yeah, I know that. So, what's your take on this whole how GGA going? Because we
well,
had Ubote 4 years now, then Edith 2 years, almost or 2 years come to an end. What's your take on GGA politics?
you know,
You brought a
anybody,
lot of young folks on board now. So I mean,
and most of them we don't see them, and you know, and that's our concern. You know, it's good to uphold things like, I mean, this organization is like a family organization. Like you're running a family when you're getting older, you expect your children to take over, you know, and push your legacy.
mhm.
We inherited this organization from great leaders that were
Yeah.
fully prepared, you know, like so from
Go ahead, sir. I was just
yeah, Abu Gasho Kai, William Yano,
yeah.
Gasiwa Boom. These were people that were fully prepared and they really knew what they decided that they should have this organization for. And as they leave, they wanted for people to build on what they established. And it's unfortunate, you know, as we uh, inherit this organization, people are not looking at that legacy. They're not protecting the legacy. They're not building on it. To build on it, you got to be able to make sure that the people that lead the organization understands the organization. You got to know the. I mean, you don't just. There are a lot of guys these days, not only in the Grand Junior community, they just want to lead. They want to be leaders just because they want people to call them leaders. But if that's your mindset, then it's difficult for you to achieve greatness, you know, or add to the legacy that people establish. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the concern we all have now for the Grand Junior Association. We don't see it moving swiftly. We don't see it building on things that other leaders have established. I mean, so the best way we can do it is to voice up and probably give our ideas and see, you know, how we can pick up the baton again and get this organization going in the right direction.
Okay. So I mean, how you think the GGA now as it stand right now? What's how you think it's making progress, or we are to stand still, or we need a lot of improvement?
If we're making progress, we're making slow progress, which is not bad. Okay, and I follow. Let me just start from like Ubote, and we had the crisis with coronavirus
Mm-hmm.
affected his leadership a lot. Without chance to make progress in the organization, probably will make progress outside, you know, with respect to the construction of what he has done in Granger there.
Mm-hmm.
But the organization slowly declined. The chapters, I mean, we had like probably 20 chapters, and I'm sure any of these guys listening will tell you that at the end of the UBOT administration, we never have 20 chapters anymore. You know, how do we maintain, how do we retain these chapters? How do we make it much more efficient and effective so that they will always remain because the Grenadians there, now that the Grenadians are not in those states, they are there.
Yeah, they are
But
there.
how do you get them to be active? If you say, oh, the chapter decline and the Grenadians they are not functioning again, it means that these guys are not part of anything that we established. So how do we do that? And chapters that are there and not doing what they need to do, what do we do to be able to upgrade them? Those
I
are the
mean,
kind of things.
let me come in here. Madam Poa serve as VP under you 210. She took over from Djibouti. All these things you saying that the chapter not coming for, people are not getting involved. Have you talked to her about it? That gave us some idea how to revamp or how to encourage the people to come back?
Yeah, the decline of the chapters never started from Madam Poa. I mean, the
I mean,
decline of
it,
this
it
chapter.
declined back then, but now she took over. I mean, asking if you talked to her and gave her idea how to bring these people back and how to bring those chapters back.
I've been in touch with her. I've been in touch with her vice president. I speak frequently to both of them on anything they wanted for me to do, most especially on this chapter thing I'm talking to you about. Because Madam President helped to create some of these chapters.
Mm-hmm.
She saw, the benefit and the reward that the organization had when this chapter existed. Everybody, I mean, it was difficult for us to even visit all the chapters before convention. But what we gain, as an organization for having all these chapters, she experienced it. So you saw when she got in, she started to work to see how she could bring people back into the organization. And I think I listened to one video with Daniel Pine speaking on the former chairman of the board. And they spoke highly about her outreach program that she had. And, like, for example,
You said
people.
you saw Mr. Pine on the video.
Yeah. I mean, there was some program, and I was just trying to mention Madam Paul outreach program, bringing people back. How do you get them back into the organization? How do you make chapters and family members to like the organization and come back? And I saw one of the programs where the former chairman of the board made a statement, on progress that she was making.
I
And
heard he in that video. I saw that video too. I will play it's one of the video I'm going to play here. But we seen lately in that video he said he's going to support Madam Poa, the administration, the Poa, which for the re-election. I saw that video. I saw Madam Elizabeth. I think somebody, I don't know what kind of program, but it was a lot of Grenadian. Eric Cohn was right there. Madam, the former chair lady, Madam Elizabeth Pennell. Saw these people on the video, and Daniel Pine spoke. But we're getting different reaction of Daniel Pine campaigning for so I mean, was it something that he didn't mean what he said or what?
no, look, I respect Mr. Pine. Mr. Pine
But
is a
before
big
you go
brother.
into that, before you answer that question, Mr. Collin, 1 minute, let me play that video.
Okay, all right.
Very important person in our community. Before I can say something, I know another very important person in our community, our former chairman of the board, want to say something.
Well, we are tired in retirement now, but we will still support the Grand Union Association in everything that it's doing. And I'm very proud tonight because, our country people say, look what we will, don't your men are all manwani. You are blind manwan. Yeah, that will end down, do, didn't moya, you didn't know. Ire or Potipa, you'll be there. We were skeptical of you before you. When the election was coming, we were different, sir. But right now, what you have done for this community, you have surpassed everything. My.
So why you want to give for a white ballot?
No, this one, I'm not giving a white ballot. I will campaign for you. You're not even doing one turn, you're doing two turns.
That's the former chairman of the GGA board. Yes, in that video, he endorsed the. He even said he going to campaign for for Madam Poa. What's your take on that video?
You know, like I was trying to say, I respect Daniel Pan a lot. And my respect never started from the United States. We attended the same high school, but you're way ahead of me. Was a big brother, very, very smart. And then when I went to Cottington, he had already graduated, but they got an honor roll section in a place at Cottington. One of the things that motivated me, I went on a roll a couple of times, so I saw Daniel Pan named it, and, you know. So I know he a very smart person. When he said, you've done a lot, especially with us going through the process of election in Iowa. I mean, I think he meant what he said. So if there was a progress in what he did, and, you know, from the time he never supported her to the time he went to this program, I think other people should look at it from that perspective. You know, they got a saying that if nothing's spoiled, if something is spoiled, there's nothing to fix. I mean, there's no need of fixing it. Consistency in the organization is very significant. And having leaders that know exactly what it is that you need to do to upgrade the organization is important. So you don't just bring changes. So he was motivated me. I mean, he attended most of these programs that he did have. I never had a chance because I've been up and down all of the country. So when I saw those things, I said, you know, I was proud of my former vice president. I said, I think she's making a lot of progress. Because from where the organization was, from what we started in Iowa, to be to where we are now, and, you know, we have a lot of different accelerators on board, and things are working out in different places. I think it's a good thing. So, I mean, I don't know where he is. Like I said, I just came back.
You don't know where he is. So, Mr. President, where are you now? Are you for the green, or are you for the blue or the red?
What they call blue and red?
Oh, don't make me bring Madame Poa here. Madame Poa must have had a show where she had a blue was for Edith Poa, and the red was for Otavio Gilmore. So are you for blue or red? Who are you going to campaign for? Are you going to?
Yeah, no, listen.
I want you to endorse someone tonight on the show.
We get there. I mean, Daniel Pan, a motivational statement he made just now already got me to where I'm supposed to be. You know, if you say somebody is making progress, and you're not only saying that, you say you will campaign for the person and make sure they re-elected and have 2 terms. Who am I? Like I told you, I'm a big brother. I respect him, and, you know, and whatever he says, I think a lot of
your big brother is saying the contrary now. He's campaigning. I was with, like, yesterday, just this weekend, we'll be right in Kentucky here to the beginning of Blair, Alberta to rest. I saw the brother. I saw the senior man, JJ Dennis, convincing, and the people even to settle on a guy's store and said they need to stop. You can't campaign here, can't bury it. But they were campaigning heavily for Gil.
No, listen, for us that serve in responsible positions when we make statements like this, people listen to us. A lot of people, you know, that work with us, they respect us and they listen to us. And to come up and hear what you're saying, and, you know, that you are down there campaigning, I mean, he got a lot to explain, not only to those that are down there, but the hundreds of Grenadians probably that will listen to the tape and see, especially people that got that respect for Daniel Pan. But not only that, I mean, if there's progress being made in the organization, why will not continue the progress? You know, why will not continue the progress? Everybody want to provide service for this organization. There's a need to do that. I'm happy that, you know, young Otavio is thinking about that. But you're talking about preparation, and let's come to preparation, leadership preparation. No, let's just look at few leaders that serve this organization. Let's just start from probably Madam Kana. All right. Before Madam Kana came in, let's start from Clay. Clay served as chapter leader of Maryland.
Yep.
Clay also served, I think, as the election commission chair that brought Abu Gasho to power. Before he became national president. Madam Kana, Martha Kana, served as chair of the Constitutional Committee that revised it at one time. She served as chairperson of the National Board of Directors. She served 2-term president of the biggest chapter in the union, Pennsylvania chapter, before she became president of the Grand Jury Association. Mr. Guion served 2 terms president of the biggest chapter in the union before he became president. Augustine Meyer served 2 terms. So I am simply saying this because these people learned, they got the experiences.
Are you trying to tell that Gilmore is the current president for his chapter?
I'm not saying that. Look, I said you got to have the necessary. The current president of his chapter.
Keep naming people. They keep
Yeah. So, and I mean, you even come to me. I established the Minnesota chapter. You were there.
Yeah.
I served and represented there on the national board. I served Abu Gasho as one of his committee chair, the youth committee. I was the first, when they established our committee, I was the first chair for it. You know, and I left from there. I served under Mr. Yano as Secretary General of the Constitution Committee. Before I decided to run, I was very knowledgeable of how Grand Jury Association operated. And all I'm saying here, and you know, Edith, you look at Edith served as president. Edith served 4 years as vice president that helped to build the strongest foundation in this union. You know, she served the Putu Apurebo. She was there. And then she served 1 term as president. And Pine just admitted about the progress that she had made from what she took the organization from. So are we just changing leaders, or are we building up the institution? I think we who former leaders like Pine, me, and other people, I think there's a speech that Yano made during the inauguration of Ubote. And he commended Edith. Edith never won the election in Minnesota. She took all the money that they had, the balance money, and gave it to Mr. Ubote. But she never stopped there. She attended his inauguration and contributed to that inauguration. And Mr. Yano made reference to it. He said, this is how we should be able to lead, and, you know, by example. So it should not be personal. It should not be like you don't like Tillman Collins, so you're not vote for him. If you don't like me and I'm better than Prince, just for the sake of the Grand Jury organization and the Grand Juryans, you need to find somebody that will be able to deliver better for the organization. We need to stop.
Between these 2 candidates, who do you think will actually deliver?
I mean, Edith have the history of delivering now. So I'm not even thinking about whether she will deliver or not. She got history of delivering now. I'm sorry I had to use Pioneer over and over, but
Go play a video. He's a former co-chairman. We'll play a video.
But besides that, you and myself know very well, after you voted the organization, people thought we're not going to go forward. We saw how organized the women came together. I mean, I tried my best to organize the women group. I had one of the best chair ladies, Madam Elizabeth Peno, but we're not able to do what Edith did when it comes to organizing and putting women together and having women convention.
Mm-hmm.
Those are pluses, you know, in the organization. What do we do? Should we throw them away, or should we build on these things? You know, I think we have an obligation to build on them.
You're trying to make me to play the whole Pine tape.
You're the man at a radio station, my man.
You want me to play the whole Pine tape. That's why you kept referencing Mr. Pine, Honorable Pine, Honorable Pine. Let me play the Pine tape. Let me play it.
Okay, all right.
Let's play what Pine said in the whole tape.
Before I can say something, I know another very important person in our community, our former chairman of the board, want to say something.
Well, we are in retirement now, but we will still support the Grand Jury Association in everything that it's doing. And I'm very proud tonight because, you know, our country people say, look what people don't know men are of money. You are blind man. One. Yeah, they're going to down. Do. Didn't moya. You don't know. You or Potipa. You'll be there. We were skeptical of you before you. When the election was coming, we were different side. But right now, what you have done for this community, you have surpassed everything. My.
So why you want to give for a white ballot?
No, that's one. I'm not giving a white ballot. I will campaign for you. You're not even doing one turn, you're doing two turns.
Yeah. Who says so? But I either point to here and we're going to run our campaign.
And I'm saying that because of reason, it's not because I just want to talk. It's not rhetoric. Okay. Either is looking into the past and preparing for the future. When Omen Barbara died, either stood up. That one of our major achievements that we are seeing of present administration.
GGAA, Nigeria Association in America. Now, you never know. Then we're quietly. You pass, I give it to you. Oh, my God. You know, what the fuck? Social media. Am I here quiet?
And even Nation Swap, either stood up for the community. And that's why we have to give her a flower while she's living. And either just enter a convention that raised over $40,000. More than 69,000. And
DJ, stop the music, man. Oh.
And either establish an accountability system where when you pay money now, you can see it in a chat room and it is visible. So with all these accomplishments, why should we doubt either leadership? Why should we doubt either leadership? So either from today, the doyen for the Grand Julian year in Philadelphia say you're president again. No more.
Wow. It was a powerful one there from the former board chair.
Yeah, and you know, when you listen to, like I said, I got so much respect for Daniel Pan. When you listen to him, there's nothing that can deter you from not casting your vote for either, because
He's naming things that she
yeah,
did.
he's not just saying I was supposed to because I know you.
Put
You know,
people
he's
together.
talking about accomplishments. You know, so when you listen to those kind of things, and other Virginians that will be going to probably Kentucky, when they listen to it, they will have a reason to want to continue with this administration. So even
campaign for either ready there.
yeah, you say he on the other side. I mean, he got to get justification why he on the other side, because the kind of things when you say hey, you mean it. I know Pine is not somebody that will come in the public and make a statement, and those statements are not true. You know, so.
But right now, Pine and JJ Denny are moving on the scene, brother.
You know, I don't know. I mean,
it's kind of surprising, huh?
Yeah, I mean, people say take my word. I'm not listening to gossip, but I listen to what he said. Hey, you know, and that's what I'm running with. And I'm sure most Nigerians out there should be able to listen to our leaders.
Watch his video.
Yeah, watch it and say, you know, even if I see you on the other side, you got to convince me why you're on the other side, because these things you said, you talk about accountability. This is the problem we've been having. She managing funding, she raising more money. Those are things that we're not doing.
She went to the convention, or first convention, they heard it 60 some more grand.
She took over the organization.
In context, almost $30,000.
Yeah, you know, so that's good news. Is she 100%? No. And you know, we got to help her up. And I think that's what all the former leaders and other people should do. Let them see how they can be part of the process in rebuilding this institution. Look, we enjoy for this institution. We receive communications from presidents in Liberia. I got 2 communications here from Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And I was talking to some friends and I told them after the Ebola process, she personally invited us.
I'm happy. I want to play this other tape too from Papiano, Willie Nyano.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it before, but it's the what you just spoke about at the inaugural program.
Yeah,
President
I saw
James
it live. I can't remember everything on it, but I saw it live when the program was going.
Yeah. Let me play it.
Hey, I saw Eden Paul here tonight. Is she still here? I honor you. I honor you. Because this is how it should be. When the elections are over, they're over. We are one people. We are all Virginians. When the elections are over, we come together. The next time we'll come and compete. We see that one person will come back together. So Eden, congratulations. So that's the challenge I leave for you tonight. I'm happy.
What I see right there from the former president of the Grand Jury Association. These are all big names.
Yeah.
Honorable Daniel Pine, Honorable William Yanu.
Yano, I've worked with William Yano from the time I entered this country to the time I became president. And there was you sit with him, there are a lot of things you learn from him. And when what he's simply trying to say here, people need to learn and how to be able to put themselves when you into this kind of organization, because everything not going to go your way. After elections, you join the person that's running the organization and you'll be able to go. I never had the opportunity where I never won elections, so maybe people will come to criticize, but I will never. If I was not going to win the first election when Mr. Guyon was going to win, I was going to work with him.
You were on a ticket way back as secretary in the 2007 with Pape Dennis.
Exactly.
And
after
Henry
that
Gray won
election,
you.
He won us. And I have a statement that we wrote after we had our meeting. We congratulated Clay.
Yeah.
And we told him we're going to work with him. I still got that statement in my folder. We published it all from that particular statement on front page. People thought it was going to be the end of the Grand Jury Association. And people that went to Iowa at the time knew very well that election was not too correct.
Your election was tense.
A lot of things happened there.
Put the ballot box in another car from the place and drove it to wherever, and it was confusing. But you accepted the result, and
we supported the process. But the very thing that happened in our election happened when Mato Kana won Glade, and Glade never accepted the result.
Yeah.
And we ran a parallel organization here for 2 years.
The court process.
So Yano's statement down there, he said after election, the election is over. Support your organization. We need to learn.
Support, yeah. So that's one of those people who will be doing a debate and this and that. People will be doing it. They need to ask these people, when they win you, will you be around? Will you participate? And they need to make a commitment to those things that they're going to stay around. We saw in Edith when she was.
Yeah, Edith has a history of staying around.
Ubote won in Minneapolis. I was there. I was in her. I was on the commission, the election commission after we announced, and she came in and gave, I think, $1,000 that night to the U-boat camp. Camp so they can start the inauguration. So she will. But we need to ask our leaders if they want to accept the results of those elections, because they're going to have observers on both sides. So if it is free and fair, they're going to accept it. We need to know. But Mr. President Collins, let us go back a little bit to GGAA. Your predecessors and some your successors, we are hearing that they and most of our brothers from the GGAA now, they are coming in, which is a good thing, because I've seen a lot of them moving around and campaigning for Mr. Gilmore. So you think, what is that? Why I'm shocked that you not with your colleagues. I mean, former presidents and all that stuff. We hear
I
news.
mean, I have a very good relationship with almost all the former presidents. I think the last time I spoke to Maye were together in Liberia. Mr. William myself speak most of the time. In fact, I'm waiting for him to come because I can make sure I can get in touch with him to
Yeah,
express my sympathy for the passing of his
yeah,
mother.
yeah,
And,
mom passed.
uh, I watch here Lady Martha and myself talk most of the time. I spoke to David Bottle today. I spoke to Mr. Yanu when I got to Liberia. We spoke on the phone. He came here for a couple of days, visited the family. He called me. I am in touch with almost all of them. And the reason is simple. You know, this organization is a gateway to help our country grow and develop. We got the best of Grenadians abroad, not at home. And I'm not trying to play down people at home. You got so many educated and professional Grenadians here. And the only way our country can get better is not through holding government position. It's about getting together to be able to coordinate on how we can better change the dynamics on the ground in Grenada. Let me give you an example of a couple of the things I'm seeing right now. When I went to Liberia just recently, I had the opportunity to go to Banga. My friends, you know, who were myself graduated from Cotonou, decided to go to Cotonou, left early in the morning. When we got down there, we met some of the guys that are working at the school, and we went to Banga itself. We spent the whole evening there, and we came back the afternoon there, we came back to Monrovia before it got dark. And guys, after a couple of days, we went to Ganta. Ganta is so developed, you'll not believe it. Most of those guys that developed that place, they work with those guys, but they run their business institution there. They're not looking for government jobs. Like here, if you want to establish $100,000 business in Grenada, you can find 10 persons here, you get together, you write your proposal, and you implement it, and you can have we complaining that all the people doing business in Zuedru, in Grenada, are from Niba. You got different tribe people doing it. Who told you we don't have money? We don't even need to go to the bank. We have access to money here. If you get money, probably after your taxes, you find people that believe in you. You honestly can start different businesses to make Grenada better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the guys were telling me momentum about time that you carry us to your own place now. It's ready. No rule. And you know, and all that kind of stuff. So I believe strongly, and your question is when I'm in touch with them, I'm in touch with these leaders, and I'm sure they're thinking in that direction, especially William Yano. He's on the ground. I mean, every time you talk to him, he's about Grenada. Likewise, Mato and other people. David Bottle just retired. He was in Liberia. All these guys are asset. They want to make sure they help the county to make our people so we can make progress. But if we don't have an organization that is solid here, and we have an organization where we'll be playing jealousy, I don't like Prince, so I will not vote for him. Even though Prince is going well, then we're not going anywhere. You know? And we need to desist from that and be able to focus and get the best people to be fully prepared to run the organization. That's one concern.
That's good. We need to support each other. Make sure, we need to support each other. Thank you very much for that. And so, do you think you're going to be on the forefront now that you say you're going to support Madam Paul, campaigning for her?
I think, to answer your question, yes, I'll be in the forefront. And I think former leaders of the organization to preserve this organization needs to be in the forefront in making sure we have stability and we have continuity in this organization, especially when the person making progress. If there's no reason for us to get the person off, I don't think we should do that. People can wait for the term. You say, you know what, this person is making progress. We're on the at least we're on the mattress. Let's support them after the term, then we'll find somebody else. Probably by that time, you know, my picking will be fully prepared. You will know the ropes. And, you know, he can come up. Other people, there are a lot of good guys here in this place. They
Would you
get very
think it's not the right time now for him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I can tell you, I can give you 100 reasons why I feel that this is not the right time for him to be leader of the organization.
Well, one of the reasons. Just give me one or two of them.
One of the reasons is that he don't know the organization. He's not fully prepared. I mean, I listen to, here's the situation. I listen to some of the things he got on his platform. And I served this organization for 4 years as leader, head of this organization. One of the things that I hear him going around telling people that you bring people from Labrador here, I don't know, 30% of this every year. 4 years were there. You know how many persons that the embassy allow us to bring after writing so many letters? I think 3. We brought Marshall Dennis here under my signature for the first time. Now, when he was senator, you are not senator when he came here the first time. We wrote, we were able to write the embassy, and we brought Chris Bailey here. And I can't remember the chairperson. You think we don't know that Liberians are down there? We want them to come. I mean, Grenadians down there. We want them to come. The embassy. We don't operate like that. So when you come and give people the kind of promises that you bring so and so as if to say possible, then you don't know the organization. You don't even know what you're dealing with. One. The second thing, I hear them talking, running around here, say they're going to insure people. Grenadian Association will not insure anybody. Nobody should lie to the Grenadians. It don't work like that. This organization license cannot insure Grenadians. And I'm not speaking because our former president, I went to the insurance school. The very first thing I did when I came to the United States, I was sponsored by Afflex. And I know institutions that insure their groups. People can come and, and doubt what I'm saying. But anybody who doubted, let them give me one organization that operates under the 501c license in the United States that insure their members. Except you want to take individual and send their names and, and pay their insurance, that's different. I don't know how you want to do it, but as an organization, it's not possible. So you can't come up, anybody that coming up with these kind of things and they're saying it to our population, maybe because they feel we're vulnerable, then in my opinion, you're not ready. I mean, you can come out and say other things that you do. But let me say some positive things about Otavio. He has passion for this organization. I mean, I remember working with him during the late eras process of wanting to be represented. I was in like grow up and down. He one of those that always on the phone with me. He supported the process when we got established. We decided to help the young people that Ero had on scholarship. And I told him, let's keep them together. He was able to, he just told me, big brother, whatever program you have to put together, you and Ero, I'm there to help. We're putting Scrabble program together where every Saturday they will go to the office in Swedu there and they will play Scrabble. And we have Scrabble leagues, and, on a monthly basis. So children can read, learn how to spell and all that. He was involved. He never asked questions. He just wanted to make sure that it was okay. He even joined Roy and myself to be able to help some of the women that were down there, women organization. But that's not all. Passion don't run organization alone. You got to have the experience and the leadership to do that. And you can learn those things. So, and I feel, in my opinion, I feel he's not ready yet, especially his entire team.
His entire team?
Yeah, I mean, the top 2 persons on his team, they need to really learn, and because you talk about the president, you talk about the vice president. I don't think they got some real good guys, like Nick Pastor, secretary and things, but the leadership of the organization, the top 2 persons, they're not prepared, they're not ready, in my opinion. And I'm not bringing it down. I mean, readiness is the first thing in leadership.
You just maybe think that if you observe 2 years from now, then they come or what?
You can make preparation, Prince. You can make preparation. You make good preparation. You can prepare yourself so you can fail. Because when you fail, when Grenadian Association fail, all of us failing. So we don't want to make that mistake.
So since you don't want to make that mistake, you're endorsing Idipwa, and you're gonna be on the forefront campaigning, telling other Grenadians to not make any mistake with the organization.
So help me God.
I can swear.
Yeah, I swear to the Savior begin. So at least you got my recording, and
Yeah, you're
of
all
course,
recording. I get a recording that way. I get senior man and
no, again, I like the senior man, but I'm not going to holler here. I can't come and say all these things, and later on, I'll be on the other side.
yeah, I got a senior man recording here with me. I'll play. I will continue to play the senior man recording. And when he was saying it, they all board members. Popcorn was laughing, standing there too. These are all former board chairman. Popcorn been around for a long time. Daniel Pine to serve the the organization. But we are hearing now that he's kind of backtrack. So you're gonna call Madam and you're gonna call your colleagues and try to talk to them to actually take Edith. But you ever saw anything Edith doing like back home?
Well, I heard about the GGA involvement in helping the community college there to the nursing program, and the
Yes,
nursing
to
program
reopening that same
it
program.
needed accreditation, and they've been struggling with accreditation. So I heard that they were working towards doing that. And between you and myself, it's difficult to work with Liberians, especially when you're here in the
And you're not
States.
there yet.
Uh, people just feel we got it, and we're sending like that. And that's I've been talking to Edith. You got to make sure that people you're dealing with are credible. And besides being credible, what you want to do, you want to make sure at the end of the day it's done. Accreditation is left with the highest, the department that is responsible for higher education, and the Ministry of Education.
Hmm.
So get everybody involved, find out why is it that the nursing division is not accredited, and let them let you know. Don't listen to only the school. Then you sit
And go
down
to
with
the
your team
ministry
here,
itself.
yeah, and you decide based on the information we get. This is how we want to be able to. They're not because they never have money, but you got to have certain standard. And not only that, you got to have teachers that will be able to impart knowledge into the people. You got to
Hmm.
have a full program. You got to have a decent laboratory there that they can use. How will you produce nurses? And even though they don't have a good lab in the school. So when you get all those things and you sit down and you helping, then you help because at the end of the day, when you using the GGA money on those kind of things, you want to see results. You don't want to come and say, "Oh, we did this," but we know what the president never did this.
So let's
I
say,
mean,
Madam, before I start this process now, we're almost in February, then March, April, then we're going to come to Kentucky for election. When she's doing these things, you don't think they will say, "Oh, she's doing it for election purpose"? When the
I
campaign,
heard that thing before. I even heard about elections business. They never just started yesterday. They've been talking to the people. They want that information. Look, we blessed right now. We got one smart and forward-looking young man that they appointed president of the community college. I work for the community college myself, and as a liaison officer in the United States here for the Ranger University College.
Mhm.
Right after you were appointed by the president, he called me, or to call me, Eric. And I think this time around, it will be better we have him because we know him. He's a member for our institution here. And then we'll be able to work with him to see how we can improve some of the conditions. So I don't think Eden was just doing it because she was running. I mean, those are things that she had on her platform, people eyes. So they've been doing their own investigation before reaching to the stage where they want to help them.
Do
Yeah,
you
they
think?
should be
Let me question you a little bit about this upcoming mini convention. Do you think it's necessary to have a mini convention, and then 3 months later, 4 months later, we come for the the general election?
I know that we're having honoring program, right?
Yeah, honoring, and then the constitution will be discussed there at that particular program.
How
Do you
did the
think that's necessary?
Constitution got to get mixed with the the honoring program?
The what now?
I've not followed
No, I
the
think they said they were supposed to do it at the convention, but
Mhm,
the time or wherever, so they said they should carry over there, and they were supposed to do it in November. This
mhm.
program, the honorary program, was supposed to be here in November, but because we had back-to-back death here in our state, and at the same time too, what they were doing it, they were laying our sister to rest, Felicia. So I think they had to
Oh,
postpone it to that time. I think they were doing it over there at the convention, and then they said they should. I didn't go to the year convention. I had to go to Liberia.
Yeah.
that they should take it over there. But back to back, you don't have a problem with the back to back.
No, what I got problem with, I mean, what I'm concerned about is if you do amendments, when does those amendment takes effect? Because we're going to the next convention in May. Do you have things in the amendment that affect what happens in May?
I think yeah,
If
one
you
of
got
them.
things,
I think
yeah,
one
if
of
you
them
got,
is the fees,
yeah,
the
if you got
convention
anything
fees.
there
They try to raise the convention fees to $100 instead of $50. So I
yeah,
think when they made that amendment, will affect this coming convention.
yeah. So my concern is if we do anything and make a decision down there that in January that affect us in May, it will be too binding on our membership. Sometimes when you do amendment, you got to think about tomorrow. You can say, no, we do this amendment, we do our stuff as usual, but the amendment will take effect in, the following convention. And
And the
people
next thing
understand.
again was extending the president turning from 2 years to
Yeah,
3 years.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we had a similar situation, Prince. We went to Jacksonville, Florida, my very first convention. And we noticed, I mean, we've been in the organization a long time. I'm not the first president, so we know that you elect somebody today, the next convention, you're electing election commission people. The following convention, you're having election. So once you're elected today, you're trying to put stuff together to see how you can get the organization going forward. You're also thinking about establishing an election commission in the next convention. It's very short, no timing, no way to be able to stretch yourself and do things. So when we went to Jacksonville, Florida, Eric was the co-chair. We decided let the president stay the presidency. And when the NF group is elected, let them stay for 3 years. But we also place in there that I will not take effect during our administration. Once we leave, it will take effect, because I've never wanted for people to feel wanted to stay extra time. Because like the first thing people minds will run
People
to.
will say, yeah, because let's say she want to, people already start saying it, that she
Yeah.
want to take it for 3 years, and I mean, people would say those things. So the time what you think it would take effect to, that's something too that the people need to look at when they go down there. That they say,
Yes,
oh no, it's not taking effect now.
exactly.
It will
It
take
can't really
effect.
take effect. Even if we
Yeah,
raise the fee to $100, which makes sense. When we went to Missouri, we had a convention that look, you pay $50 for 3 days. Kentucky going to feed you for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You take $50 for those 3 days and go to McDonald's and eat 3 meals every day. $50 can't cut it. Because in the morning you have breakfast, in the afternoon you get lunch, and in the evening. Even if they're selling those stuff then for $7, $8. Let's say $7. So 3 times 7 at 21. Like you spend $21 on Friday, on Saturday, money finished. $50 gone. You understand? So look at the food and things. It's very small.
yeah.
So
Things
if
prices
you're
too.
coming
Things
up with those,
African food prices going up like
if
crazy.
you're coming up with those amendments, you can say, look, it's not even taking effect now because people buying the tickets, they're not fully prepared. But it will take effect the next time. They're not
Next
either
year,
going to benefit from it. A Grand Jury Association going to benefit from it. When Mr. Yano and when other people were leaders of the organization, trust me, they don't used to pay $10,000 for food. Right now, when they give you the food budget or convention budget, it's not less than $25,000. So everything has changed.
everything
We
changed.
spend almost all the money
Bag
that
of
we
rice now
generate
we
from
eat
convention.
those days. Bag of rice what $24, $25 right now. Bag of rice, the bread pot bowl rice almost $80.
Yeah. So it's difficult. We got to be able to cut down the expenses on the organization. People forget
Now
what.
what I'm listening, or I mean, getting from you that it's okay that it go up, but just at the time that it should take effect.
Yeah, exactly. That's my concern. And if there are long items there that will not satisfy we, let's be able to. The president has the right to call for special convention.
Yeah.
It's there, But is she doing it personally for herself? I see people feel that she won't raise money to benefit her campaign. I mean, we
You
will
said
sit there and look at somebody
President carry her to Georgia, and she collect all the money and register. Oh, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but that's what
Yeah, I mean, everybody, I mean, the former chairman of the board just said that he just said to put into place accountability programs, at least where you can see what you raise and how the money is spent. So I don't
Mhm.
believe those, the thing that follows it, I don't believe those
And
rumors.
the money goes on straight to the account where the board chairman is observing how much go in because he's got access to the account. So I don't know you're going to sit there and somebody go there and take the money that he observing. I don't know how it's going to happen. So
And no,
Mr. President, let me give you time to speak to the people. Talk to the people. You're campaigning now for Edith Paul now tonight. So
no,
tell
and I
the
want
people
this
why
opinion.
would
Yeah,
you get sorry from the board chairman here, Mr. Pine. Daniel Pine, yeah, put it out there. Why you want the people to put Edith there? Tell us too. We want to hear from you. So you can be on
yeah.
record with Daniel Pine is on record.
Okay, before I get there, let me just say a couple of things here. You
Go
know,
ahead.
the organization needs a total reform. You know, some of the problems that we face is not only from the presidency. We also have a board where anybody can go in without minimum qualification. Anybody can go to the board. We need to be able to create the situation. I don't know, have you read the amendment? But I think we should have some qualification. There's something that we also got, and you know, the election commission had, and they said, oh, you know, Abby, you got to serve in executive position. What are the executive positions? You name it. If the executive position are president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and chaplain, that what you consider executive position, and you serve, you know, as a committee chairs, as executive, you got to list them. Let people understand so they can know exactly what those executive positions are. If you serve in other organizations outside the Grand Jury Association, where it be considered executive position, those things that we spell out. The reason is simple. There are a lot of people that want position, that want head the organization, that don't have those experiences. And when you tell them, they say, "Oh, I'm running my NGO, or the chair of the NGO." You know, and that probably that's not what we're talking about. We want you to have experience within the GGAA. So I just hope and pray that probably the amendment that they coming our way is not only concerned about money, how much you will raise, and you know what we should raise, what we pay for the
So
I mean,
let's see the little amendment they did here. Let me put myself on here. So I got the constitution here, the one from Mr. Alexander Yala. That's Alexander Yala, chairman. We got Gibson Jeru, secretary. We got Vivian Dian, co-chair. We got Madam Media Porto de Bed, member, and Emmanuel G.V. Duru, member. These are the five people that amended this constitution. From Kai read and they looked over it and reviewed it. I'm seeing the quote, the board here, the board memos here. There are a lot of stuff about the board here. But let me read a little bit. They say education and experience required. They say the board. You go on chapter, you look on 9, it's the board of directors. Now the board, now the new constitution, now the amended one that we're going to not take effect here. We're going to go to Georgia and talk about it. They say the National Board of Directors herein after referred to as the Board of Directors shall comprise of one representative from each chapter. Now they're taking it from one chapter from two representatives to one. You know, normally they will come from two people come from the chapter.
yeah.
So now they want one. Then they say here, let me go down to the qualification here. Qualification of board members. Active participation in the leadership at the chapter level for not less than 3 years. So, got to participate in your chapter for not less than 3 years.
Chapter
Attend
leadership.
chapter leadership. Attend at least one convention of GGAA. You go to in good financial standing with the chapter and the national administration. It must be elected by the simple majority vote by your chapter. Then the limitation national board members shall serve for no more than three consecutive terms. Three consecutive terms. Must serve for three consecutive. The
So that's
current
6.
board members are not eligible to contest to represent their local chapter for. They are only they can represent a chapter for only one more term I know what it means, but it's an education. Let's go to education and requirement, experience requirement to represent a chapter or district or sectional organization on the National Board of Directors. The candidate shall hold at least
What is a PhD?
Getting they, they, they say the candidate shall hold at least an associate degree, or in the absence of a degree, the candidate shall have served in the local capacity, either in the elected or appointed position for no less than 5 years. So you got to hold a position appointed by your chapter president or for not more than 5 years. If you don't have the so I need to give leeway. If you don't have the associate, you must have experience.
Yeah, 5 years experience in
5 years.
leadership
That's,
and
yeah,
local law.
that's why for the bowl, the national bowl. Now they want only one person to serve,
Yeah,
not two people. So now they're trying to bring it. So let's say we'll get 14 chapters or 21 chapters. You have 21 board members instead of 42 board members.
yeah,
To get over 42 board members, they said to come to meeting or not easy.
exactly.
So yeah, so that's a
At
requirement. You
least,
got
yeah,
board
at
member
least,
to be on the board. You must have associate degree. If you don't get it, you must have 5 years working experience in your chapter.
yeah,
Appointed, you elected. So let's say you elected by your people. Maybe serve your position for 4 or 5 years. You can get out and say you want to go. At least you serve 4 or 5 years in an elected position or appointed for that. You're gonna get experience.
yeah.
You're
You
gonna
see,
get
the experience play a major role in these kind of community organizations. Because if you stay 5 years in an organization working for it, you understand what the role of the board member, what the role of board member is. You
yeah.
know, so
Now they want the
what's
president.
about yeah the qualification? I know the qualification of being president and vice president, educational qualification. You
Let
got
me
anything?
see. Let me see here. The thing too long. These are almost 42 pages.
Okay, so let's just leave it. But let me let you know my concern here. The election commissions that are appointed, I mean, elected by people doing convention. When they
Hmm.
fix the guidelines need to be in line with the constitution. And if they say that you should have associate degree, you're not just going to write and say I got associate degree. What the evidence you got to prove that you get associate degree? Like for example, the board member here. So if I tell you say I graduated from
It's here though. I guess I read it. I saw it somewhere where they say you have to show evidence that you from a or reputable or accredited university.
yeah, you got to show evidence.
Show
So
evidence.
I'm time I tell you say I graduated from Moses T. Bros High School in Seattle, and and then you just take my word. The first thing I think they should be able to call to find out whether I actually graduated from Moses T. Bros High School in Seattle.
Hmm.
If I can prove that, and the people there say no, we don't have anybody by the name of Simon Collins that graduated from here, then you qualify that person.
Yeah.
So those things are not written in the Constitution just because they want to write it. And they're written there because we want evidences to prove. So you need
Now
an
the man
election.
they want advisory council. Section 3. The advisory council herein referred to as quote unquote council shall be comprised of chairs of local chapters board, only who shall represent the chapter. So of the local chapter board, then you can go on the advisory council.
The advisory council different from the board of directors of the organization.
Yeah.
So what will be the role of the advisory council? I mean, I hope that I will call Ellis. One can find copy of that, the electronic print of that amendment.
Okay, now the rules of the advisory council here is here. They say the council shall oversee conflicts and issues involving members' relationship between chapters, members of the association, and chapters leaders, not covered by the national board of directors or the administration. The advisory council thing need to get strap thing out of there. Strap it up. Strap it up, man.
Yeah, too many. I mean, too many
Too
overlapping
much, too
problems.
much, too much talking to them. What you want? You get board member already. What you want advisory council for? That interim government coming. Then they say the qualification. The qualification. All candidates seeking elected positions, including position of the chairman of the board, shall be in good standing and be up to date with reports and actively participating in the activities of their chapters and a district organization. Now, this the new constitution, you know that they want the three districts to send representative.
Mhm.
Three district, Punama will send one. The other one send one. The other one send one.
And the representative then the Senate got to meet this qualification that they
They
talk
gotta
about.
meet this qualification.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they get changed on thing, but the thing too plenty.
Yeah, I will get one of the copies to
Yeah,
go over.
I will send it to you. They send it to me, my email. I printed it.
Yeah, okay, just forward it to me, please.
1 minute.
Yeah, I hope they just go from line item by line item, not just accepting the entire amendment constitution and they really need time because people got to read a line item. If you like this, people vote on it, you'll go to the other one, especially those that the changing, because there are some things that down there I don't think should fly, and other things are there, they look good. Secondly, I don't know, these guys need to tell people when they take effect, whether they're taking effect immediately after it is adopted,
Yeah.
or it will take effect, after the convention, the convention.
We are hearing the president putting a halt to the administration putting a halt to to the registration because the $50 they are paying, they're saying what I heard that it might go to $100. So I know they want to put $100 for it to take effect for the convention.
Yeah, but
But
if people go down there,
in its gone meeting, they had a meeting I think on a Thursday or Friday, and that was I really discussed from all the other side had issue with it.
yeah, let them give people options. Then it shouldn't
Yeah.
be you either accept the $100 or you don't accept it. Let them say you accept the $100, it take
One
effect the
minute, and
next.
let the man conclude. We'll tell you then I'll bring you on. The phone calls are here. Mr. Brian is on the line. You want to say one or two things. So Mr.
Yeah,
Brian, go ahead.
let them go ahead.
Thank you, President. Thank you to Tillman. I was just passing through when I heard you reading certain chapter. I don't know what are certain paragraph in the Constitution that talk about. Oh, I understand. Yeah, but because of the voluminity of the document, I don't think it's necessary for them to just send them through some of our inboxes prior to going to Atlanta, Georgia, that we can look for it. You just admitted that it bought a 50 sheets. More than 50 sheets. Who can read?
No, it's 40, 40 sheets.
Okay,
40
okay,
sheets.
40 sheets.
It's
Who will
here.
be able to read 40 sheets in less than 2 hours on a convention or on a meeting in Georgia? Some of you allow school to do these kind of things. So probably when they have some questions, they'll be able to call people who they know they are knowledgeable and who can provide our guidelines or our guidance. So I will suggest that they send them to our get our emails and things so So I think we can help them through.
Are you in the ground unit chat room?
No.
I think they need to add you there because in private there, I think I took this thing from the printer.
Yeah, but to Otello's point here, Otello, there's a portion. Yeah, there's a portion. Otello, how you doing? This is Tillman. Happy New Year. Yeah. Look, there's a provision in the Constitution that states if you carry on an amendment process, I can't quote it directly. You need to be able to circulate the amendment in 30 days before. Yeah, 30 days.
The amendment was circulated same May.
Yeah.
Gave people and people already copy and send it over. So tell you need to get it, no
Yeah.
tell them being in the backyard and they're on the other side. They are portable, zarable church goers.
Anyway, you phrase it, portable, that issue. I tell you, hotel a grown man from local company and then I get issue. But portable, that's already in democracy.
I will tell the man.
I'm a state man. I'm not just ordinary hotel.
Yeah. Hotel will tell the people to send you copy.
Hotel, right? People need to have it. They need to read it.
Yeah. And, but it's 40 pages. I just check it again, and the pages are marked 40. And it will require people to look at it. And when they go there, they will know what they're talking about, because you don't want to go there to be reading anything here for it will take a lot of hours. Yeah, so that's that the calling the man the godfather of VDA.
Prince is expensive. When we amended the Constitution, Yano being the chair, when we went to the convention in 2010 in Philadelphia, we printed for the hall because most people don't go to business section. At that time, the organization was not as big as it is now. We printed 100 copies. So when I was reading it as secretary and talking about the zero portion that we touched on, people had the stuff in front of them reading it. So you're not going to have like what I saw calculator do. One person reading it, the whole place didn't know what you're reading. You alone just reading and reading and reading. You got the people got to have those things in front of them. They got to follow it. That what you give them, you send it to them 30 days before the amendment process, and be able to get a copy when they're in the hall. So while you're reading, they're reading through. Because maybe other people never had the opportunity to even receive the copy, so at least they will have it there.
Yeah. They need to print, they need to make more copies. I think that's something that I will need to tell the president and the vice president, people then, so they can make copies. Look at the thing. The thing is heavy. Look at it.
Yeah. A black and white, it will not. They're going to pay money. I mean, when you're changing laws, it's not for fun. Because the laws that govern the organization, so you got to be able to invest into that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Ellis.
The thing was done long since given to Omega Kala, because Mr. Omega Kala. The thing say Honorable Kala, so I don't know which one. Oh yeah, Omega Kala. I got confused now. They were giving since March of last year to Omega Kala. So that March, April, May, 2 months for the convention. Almost almost 2 months. So now since we get this thing now, we can be looking at it. Then when we get there, so they need to send it into people email. Those who requesting it through emails, you get it, you print it, and then they make copies too and carry it. So people can be able to go through this thing. So yeah, Mr. President, we've been here now. We'll say hour and the change. So we've been here now. So let us. You want me to play Mr. Pine again? Because I mean, it's motivated. You say it motivated you. So why not play something that motivated?
Yeah, you play the lines, or you just.
I'll play maybe 2 minutes. Then I'll let you to give your parting comment.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, anytime you want to campaign, you can call. Othello Brown. That's all you wanted to say. Brown.
OT Gron, he said you're not ordinary, man.
Yeah. Mr. Dawa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dawa. I was just passing through. He said it all.
Yeah, Marco V say, reactivate your membership.
Yeah, Marco V, my small man. We have Thanksgiving. That thing boy, my little sister. I'm still with your people. The things that will help me if you call me grown man today, that day I will start crying. But thank God, I'm grown, I'm a grown man. So anyway, you put it, I still have right to this. I'm a taxpayer, I've been paying convention fee, everything. So I'm entitled to it.
Okay.
I don't want position here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What
Go
I
ahead.
want to do here, what I want to do for me, they can send it to my email. Let me look at it. Even the last time the president called me, said she want me to go Atlanta, Georgia. I said the same thing. I said, send it to me, let me read, and know what I'm going to talk. I can just go Atlanta.
The president and everybody listening to this thing, and they will listen and they will send it to you.
Yeah.
Or the vice president here listening.
Yeah, sorry to say Mr. President, Mr. President or Executive President. Just send it to my email. It's just easy. Let me look at it, peruse it, and then we can go. Because it's for luminous. That is for luminous. So,
this man very well for luminous. We hear you, man.
Yeah.
For luminous. So what you say about Jackson Johnson do here? He said, Prince, you are not allowing Mr. Collins to answer the questions. For example, when should the amendment be adopted? The Constitution said National Convention. I think he don't want us to discuss it at the mini convention. He want to keep it for the National Convention.
Well, Johnson does say the Constitution says it should be at the.
He's not quoting the article. He just said the Constitution said. That's what he read. That's what he wrote. He wrote. I mean, the Constitution said National Convention. The amendment, it should be done at the National Convention. But a mini convention and the National Convention, what's the big? This is this convention going to. Mr. Collins?
Boy, you're asking me. I thought you were talking to Johnson. Though, look, if the president calls for a special convention, it's convention. The national convention, we have national convention once a year. But in the process of eventuality like such, the president has the right to call for special convention. You know, at a special convention, you can discuss the same thing here. So it's not only restricted to people going to national convention. My concern here is, you know, the timing. If you do an amendment, people got, because if they voted in, is it taking effect immediately? All those things that will be discussed, and, you know, people got to do. Yeah. Especially looking at the time, we got just 2 or 3 months between them.
Because what I get told you, Mr. President, there was a meeting called by the local chapter presidents and the president, and there was the information from that the president said the people should halt the payment of the registration for people collecting the $50 for the convention fees, because they don't know if when the Constitution accept the $100, they don't want to come behind people again for the other part of $50. So obviously they want to go to Georgia, pass it, and it takes immediate effect. Maybe that one fees will take immediate effect, or all the other things we don't know yet. Yeah, so we had a meeting. We had a meeting last week, the general membership meeting. A lot of people that raised concern that why the president stopping people from paying the money, because it was a gentleman from Ohio, of Let It Show, that raised that issue. That they stopped. The president said that they shouldn't pay their fees because the Constitution might be amended, and that one could hold or not.
I mean, it needs clarity. I don't think I had to really research what they're doing before I make a comment on that. But I don't think people should be registered by now. If there's any modification that is made, if you affect the process, then I mean those guys got concern. I mean those are good concerns. Those are legitimate concerns.
That's a legitimate concern, myself.
Yeah. Those are legitimate concerns. To me, the administration should look at it critically, and not so much about money. The way and manner in which we want. I agree 100% that $50 is not enough. You're not going to break the organization down this convention, because of what we've been doing for the past 10, 20 years. Mm-hmm. But it can take effect in the future. You know what I mean? So though you got 2-3 months, we're slow in the process of registration. People need to go ahead and do the registration. So if it take effect, you say taking effect for the next convention, it makes sense. But you can't say, everybody should hold, the payment and halt let's see what comes from out of there before we go ahead and do it. And you're in January. You know why? You know the process. You're chapter president before. Why it takes
It
for
takes
people to
time to
register?
get names and get people information and send it out to the national for them to put a roster and it go away, send it back to the people. Look at it. Is that the right name? Then it's a back and forth thing. It's a
So
back
I
and
think
forth thing. So the process, for me,
it's
I think the process should continue. They should stop. They shouldn't halt it. But let's play Mr. Pine. Then from there, we'll give you the time to carry out night.
Well, we are tired in retirement now, but we will still support the Grand Jury Association in everything that is doing. And I'm very proud tonight because, you know, our country people say, look what people don't know, men are all manwani. You are blind manwan. Yeah, they're going down, do. Dire moya. Ire kono jono. Ire o podepa. You be there we were skeptical of you before even. When the election was coming, we were different side. But right now, what you have done for this community, you have surpassed everything. My
So why you want to give for a white ballot?
no, listen, I'm not giving a white ballot. I will campaign for you. You're not even doing one turn, you're doing two turns.
Yeah. Who says so?
I think in that video there where Madam Soba grabbed the mic and said, yo, who say so? And everybody saying Daniel Pine. She wanted to actually get that Mr. Pine was saying those things.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Pine is a responsible man, Prince. Mr. Pine served this organization as chairman of the board when I was president. And I told you how smart Mr. Pine is. Mr. Pine is not somebody that just manufacture words. I mean, so he have seen, he recognized, and he saw, the changes from James Ubote to Edith in her 1 or 2 years that she served. So I think he genuinely made those statements. And I hope, and a lot of people that believe in him going to listen to him and follow his lead. And they're going to support Edith. I mean, you can't come and change the records. Those things are not allowed. Those are things that are genuine, are happy in the organization. And like I said, transformation of financials. Because people were paying money on cash out here before Edith came to power. A lot. People never accounted for fundings.
Yeah, especially when we went for the convention in Iowa last year. That money lost right to the gate. People they had 3 guys there. You sending cash out, they don't even account for it. So I mean, I saw it, literally saw right there.
So all those things are good things. Those are genuine things. Now we proud we have an organization we got money. He took all the organization like I learned no money was there. We're indebted $15,000 to somebody. We can't be look. It was disgraceful for us to credit money to have convention. I never saw it before, especially from the time we took one from Mato had about 42 or 40 something $1,000 that she left. When we were having our first convention, we never needed to credit from anybody. We added money on it when we left. Fred never credited money for anybody to go host convention. He had pretty close to almost $80,000, to his disposal. Why would this organization credit money to go have convention? So when
the organization was building women at the same time having convention.
Yeah, but you can't forget about the organization. You can't. You undertaking a project, then you leave your home. You just spend all your money like that.
Can't leave money for the
time for convention, then you go credit. You undertaking $150,000 project. Everybody praising you, say, yeah, these guys ain't got money to do it. Then time for you to have a $20,000, $25,000 convention, and you begging for money, asking people for $15,000. That's what disgrace to the organization. We shouldn't reach that level. So look, I'm proud that this administration has come up, set up the financial system. They're not going. I'm sure they're not crediting money to go have that convention in there. And, they should be having enough money to be able to host a convention that will accommodate Nigerians when we go to Kentucky. So having said that, let me just I just first of all want to thank you. Your network. I got my youth team in Liberia, mostly based on Grenadians that are doing well in the different colleges and universities. So I was surprised that when I went in my inbox, one of them came and said, "Oh, leader, we saw you'll be speaking on Prince of our show." So can you imagine your audience all in they're not only here. Yeah, they all
Glow.
what Yeah, so you have a very broad audience, and I think students should take advantage of it. I just want to thank you, for having this network that make people to reach out to other people. I mean, I'm not bringing anybody down tonight. I think we deserve the best in our community. We had transition from 1975 to 1980 when Doe came to power. There was nobody sending money to Liberia.
No.
Nobody was happy. No guys were here. All they were doing, they were uniting to support one another here. Then the war came. When we came back here, we decided to get together and change the direction of the Grange Association. We had a seminar in Chicago, sponsored by the Chicago group. That time they never even had a chapter in Illinois. Mr. Yano sponsored that. I remember the late John Bear was there. And that time we had the 5 districts. So we had Paul Ali Weir, we had Mr. Yancey Peter Fla, all these older people were there. My first time seeing David Bottle there, and at that place. And what we agreed to do was to change the direction of what we do. We had Grenadians in Nigeria, in refugee camps, in Ghana, in Ivory Coast, all over the place in Guinea. So how do we reach to them? You will not believe that some of the documents that were written about the exodus of Grenadians were written by Grenadians here. The late Emmanuel T. Abu Gasho Khan wrote those documents and sent it to State Department. It was based on those documents that all these people that came in 2002, 2003 to this country here, when George Bush approved of helping Liberians to come, mostly Grenadians, we wrote our own story. How powerful, and transitional we were. What we need to do right now is to define how we be able to remain strong and remain the best in the United States. We got the numbers, we can do that. But we need to always put our best forward, those that are fully prepared. And that's why I think people should look at Eden Portland, the little progress they're making, let's build on it so that we can go forward, And I'm appealing to everybody. Not because you're my vice president. Trust me, if you're not doing well, I will not support her. But if you can hear it from people that were not even supporting her 2 years ago, coming up and making these kind of statements, then who are we? So I think just for stability's sake, for the forward march of the organization, I think it's necessary that we support Eden Port. So thanks a lot for having me.
Thank you, Mr. President. Then I like to also, the people sending the email now. So Madam Poor, I guess check the people. Yes, sending flan here. You say sflan at Gmail. They are sending the emails. They want to, if you want a copy, or if you need a copy of the constitution, please post your email. Yeah, thank you. Othello Brown, please post your email too, so the president can send it. Mr. President, post your email. Let the people send it. Let the administration send you a copy. It's a 40-page copy right here, so you can get it in your place, and there's a lot of changes in there. If you go on it, or if you go online, you see it. The original one. I want to get a printer in color. The red is marked. The added one, the amended one, what one is in red. So when you got a color printer, you're gonna get it there and get go over and get read what is changing in there or gonna add in there. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the voice of the president. Othello Brown, start acting with Michael V and post your email there. Yeah. Everybody posting their email. Hey, Paul here, put your email, You and Michael V going back and forth. When I call it, put your email. Let the post send you the copy. You say you want a copy. So put your email, let it send you the copy so you can know what you're doing over there and see what you're doing in that town. But we're gonna play Mr. Daniel Pine here. And we'll keep playing Daniel Pine because Daniel Pine that work from a Bowman one.
Either point 2 years, and we're going to run our campaign.
And I'm senior because of reason. It's not because I just want to talk. It's not rhetoric. Okay. Either is looking into the past and preparing for the future. When Omer Barbara died, either stood up. And one of our major achievements that we are seeing of present administration.
GGAA, Country Association in America. Aba ile mwa o, na mwe kwayoki. Ile pasa ni wete. Oh my God. You know, you know, what the fuck? Social media me. Aba ile kwaye.
And even Nation Swap, either stood up for the community. And that's why we have to give her a flower while she's living. And either just enter a convention that raised over $40,000. More than 69,000. And either establish an accountability system where when you pay money now, you can see it in a chat room and it is visible. So with all these accomplishments, why should we doubt either leadership? Why should we doubt either leadership? So either from today, the doyen for the Grand Julian year in Philadelphia say the president again. No more. Look, my former chairman and senior brother need to talk. You see, but before I get in the phone, you see the man that my mentor. The chairmanship I took from him, he made me know, he gave it to me. I don't take it from him. He gave it to me. He and the late Peter Talley, because Socrates the Great. The two of them get and need to call one another Kyo. But since I grew up and bridal young among them, they allowed me to join them. I the only small boy who call them those names. So before you told me, I come in. And either the convention coming here, all the graduates in the hall. Convention coming to Kentucky. Everybody must make sure they go to Kentucky. If you don't get car paid too soon, so we can find car pay for you. But everybody can go. Peter is going for another second year.
Thank you, DJ. Daniel, you know, that's my daughter. I was mad with her one night on the board and administration meeting, and I told her either I'm retiring and I will be opposition to you. She was trembling. She know what. So either you're feeling today, you my daughter, yeah. You're feeling today. Even if I retire, I will still support. I'm still supporting you, you my daughter. So as Pine said, please go and let's go and re-elect her next year. I sign it. I endorse it. I endorse it. Thank you very much.
Hold on, please.
The president knows.
I mean, that's it there. You heard it from Mr. Daniel Pine himself. He said it. David Yanu also. Again, if the other side, Mr. Gilmore and through team, if you get anyone that will endorse you and they want to make it public, they can come on the show. We can discuss it. My man Bobby today wanted to come, but there's a show here. They say one on one with the former president, so we're gonna bring somebody in. But if you want to indulge your candidate, Trump, who is the U.S. out of the Paris Climate Treaty. Oh, Donald Trump, who in he said I need where how you go. So I mean, if you want to, just call me and I'll bring you. So Josephine through and Otavia Gilmore, if you got somebody who endorse you and encourage people to vote for you, call me so we can schedule something so you can come on. The platform is for everybody. Mr. Collins called me, I think Thursday, and we did a fly, and he's here. So the slew team, the same thing goes to you guys over there. So send me the Constitution. Please send me the Constitution. Yeah, you're send the Constitution to people so they can get a Constitution, so they can know what they're doing with the Constitution. I always want to play this, my sister. And those of you, maybe anybody know this girl, I need to get. I'm trying to get to her. All the numbers on this flyer, I call in there, I can't get it. I want to get to her to bring her on the show to promote her, so the Nigerians can see too and see that we got a beautiful young singer here. That she's doing gospel songs, gospel music. We need to get in contact with our sister. I say, you know what? And they say I should get you or Nathaniel cry you. So we don't want to give her airtime, She's that song strict. Out here I can understand a little bit. Isaac explains a little of the wise on to me. I can get it. But we need to get that sister so she can tell us the whole meaning of that song, have a little show for her and would tip in some money to tell her back, send her back in the studio, to send somebody back in the studio. And I think like 500, $700. We can do it, $50 called money maker. I say, and eat it poor or travel give one, just having studio, all these people tipping 75 for me. Boom, got $700, send the sister back, go and make more music. Promote his sister. Sister go in the studio, make no more gospel music. That's a gospel music right there. She whipping right on the vibe right there, going and I've been playing on the wall stage. So we want the sister to come on here and talk to the poor. I think her name is that sister did a very good one there, a very powerful one from the sister, and there's a good one there from the sister in Liberia. Again, we try to get in touch with that sister so we can get that sister get that sister on our show to you know promote her. She need to go back in the studio and make another song. Go back in the studio and make another one, blow it out there, and we'll promote it. And that's it. We need to promote our own. We need to promote our own. I saw the people having Prince Johnson funeral. What they put all kind of demonic in it. They had their singers there. They were singing, doing all that stuff. Yeah, but even though there's a couple of demonic thing, people are celebrating a hero. What do we grumble? We look down with hero. Look at Tomo Yaya. We call him names. We call him this, that. You know, Tomo Yaya coming to go with Mure. That be real. That because we saying a lot of people, a lot of our old people are going to die, exiled, buried in so even then people don't even know. They were yeah, we can chase it out and they were who? They were even tell about it. Yeah, have times that was it and they won't be president early then. So let us understand that we're not going to. Please say something about cheater boys and girls coming to Monroe. Yeah, I see that Ellen Cole here. We're gonna do that. We want to do that. Well, Ellen Cole, I felt discouraged when I saw where our boys were sleeping, and the administration, the people that are in the controlling those guys, they are mistreating our boys. I don't like that. I sent a video to the to the to the president so she can see it. What they're treating our boys, keeping our boys in the bathroom. How can you go play football? You can't keep you in the bathroom, the children complaining about food in the morning. Or they say they don't even get plenty of food to eat. Can you imagine? Nowhere to eat. Nowhere to eat. Let me show you the video. Let me show you the video. I don't get time on talk. I got evidence. I sent my beginner when they did a video, they sent a video to me. They don't even know I enter that neighborhood for my people to do that video. They check. So I man can y'all wanna play against my people. Man I both family on y'all gabi or gabi y'all family. Where can I send y'all gabi? Look at the video. I play that ball into the game.
food. And so I think there's a this is the area where players are lodging here on Mall campus. As you can see, this is the bathroom, and within the bathroom, there where they have the water, they have the food stuff, the bag of rice, and what have you. And so this is their sleeping place, as you can see. This is their sleeping place as a hosting. This is where they are sleeping. This is their food, and so I think there's a need that people that are following can help in the process to assist the team. Now that the team was able to win two of her games, and in the soonest possible time they will be on their way to Monrovia. So these are places that the players are sleeping. Like I said from the onset, this is the bathroom, and within the bathroom, they where they have the rice, the water, and you see the camera at the back there. So thanks.
So when I put things up here, I don't just put things. I get everything what I show you up live. I pay people. Beginning I go there, go do the thing. Eh, eh. So and today one of my beginning lawyer father was interviewing the coach. The coach said some things I was surprised.
Introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Coach Germany.
Okay.
The coach,
Head coach.
I got
Alias
Coach Germany.
Bobby Boy. Coach Germany now point.
Germany now points.
Okay. We are here. In fact, let me say thank you for the level of work done for the county team. Tell us, as a coach, what are some of the problems that you guys are faced with?
Right now, we're faced with sleeping place.
Okay.
Eating, we are not eating enough. And each time we cook the food, we have finished, we will not even eat.
Okay.
I think you say just came, some people asking for food.
Yeah.
You understand? And the next thing here is that we go to Monrovia, usually we go to Monrovia late. The day of arriving in Monrovia, the next day we go play. We all resting. So this time around, we need to leave from here early to get a rest before we can play our next game.
So, in terms of the preparation for the team, what can you tell Nigerians about the victory for this year county meet?
Lord, the problem here is that the football game, the more support you get, and the more win you get.
Okay.
You understand? We need right now the football boot that we're using now. They gone off, they finish.
Okay.
Because the field that we're using, we're gonna practice on the racket field, the lateral field.
Okay.
Like a sport boot, so we don't expect to use the same boots that will qualify in Moravia.
Okay.
We need some cam wear.
Okay.
We need cam wear, we need track.
Okay.
You understand? We need our sports slippers,
Okay.
our sitting up,
Okay.
our back.
Okay.
You know, we need to be neat. Because this time around we begin the cup.
Okay.
The sports team on the whole league.
Okay. So, there's a group that
That's him right there. That the coach. You see the coach of Grand Gire County. All the money the people collecting here. I saw my brother Jerome Gowred all over the place. So we do film result. They run up here on Friday. I was not there because I had to bury my friend, and we're having a wake. And then the next day we want to bury the guy. So I was not there. Thank you, Zenzi, for that birthday wish there. Thank you. Thank the party. I will come in Minnesota. I will have the party in Minnesota right in the OLM office. We built our OLM office from scratch. Kept it doing in days. So we kind of want to use it. They can't say no, you're not living here again. We'll use it. We kind of celebrate ourselves there. So we visit. We were there when the office we worked right in our office from there. Put the lab board in there and put everything inside it. They live for fun or the every for fun and all that stuff. So that's the video from the coach of the county telling the people that they need to eat. They give each county 1.8 million Liberian dollars. That's $10,000. Our people want to tell the money fini that they can put our children in one little rat hole. Look at the play our boys sleeping. The people the beginning that representing the county were beating games. They put in that kind of deplorable play to go sleep. But our superintendent and our lawmaker, then none of them are even advocating for this kind of thing. These are things that they need to talk about when they see this kind of thing. They say, look, why is it that the county, look at the other county, Grand Jide, the first round, well, Monserrato, Magibi, and Grand Crew, those guys transport the player. They transported the players in the county. So they use money for the transport. I want when I transport nobody. So for common food for our children to eat, they can't afford it. Listen to the coach. Listen to Coach Germany. It was so embarrassing that the man would ask the man, and the man would say food on the list. He even told Lord Father, when you can see a lot of beginning to eat. All our leadership, those got any leadership in Grand Jide, the concern about money. The first thing soon you say you want to help a player the money will pass to them. That's why I don't want to waste my time on the show to collect money because I'm not going to collect money. Then money, some guys go eat if the poor collect money from it, don't benefit from it. So what's the purpose? And they're going to put the train under pressure. You know how do people act in our country? The first thing they coach here, they want to move the coach. Later on, they want to put the man back. Yeah, they want to put from the citizens. They put the man back. People seeing another, all the other people looking neat. Even now, when they Grand Jide alone, if when Magibi were going, the beginning said they will get them pat down before they get in the bus. They had to get up, the money for the guy in the bus. The people want to eat the money eating business. Now they say small money, the boy want to eat the money. Play for you, win, then people get your money. Listen to Coach Germany talking here, telling people that they need food.
I'm Coach Germany. Okay. Regional County head coach.
Your country,
alias Bobby Bo. Coach Germany now point. Okay. We are here. In fact, let me say thank you for the level of work done for the county team. Tell us, as a coach, what are some of the problems that you guys are faced with?
Right now, we're faced with sleeping plates.
Okay.
Eating, we are not eating enough.
Can you imagine? So when you get a chaplain for that thing, you better cook and carry it there to the place where the beginner stopping to eat. No food, no walking.
And it's like each time we cook the food, we have finished, we will not eat.
Okay.
I think you say just keep shopping asking for food.
Yeah.
You understand? And the next thing here is that we go to Moravia, usually we go to Moravia late. The day of arriving in Moravia, the next day we go play. We all resting. So this time around, we need to leave from here early to get a rest before we can play our next game.
So in terms of the preparation for the team, what can you tell Grand?
I'd like to give that credit to my man Lloyd Fadi. That voice you hear in there is Lloyd Nyon Fadi. He the one interviewing the coach of Grand Jide County, Coach Germany. So you see, when we talk these things, they say, oh, the people there in America can get taught. The people on the ground, the coach is complaining about walking food, the sleeping place. The people they put the train something like deployable area that play the post sleeping the place where they can't even sleep. That play carry the post train and go sleep. They're the second sleep now in those areas. That's where they took the children to go and sleep. Yeah. Put the children there to go sleep. You talking 18 and they say, oh, you're just sitting in America and you're looking down. But why you call looking down? You're looking down yourself. Don't play the live video them when they're playing young and get out of here.
Area where players this is the area where players are lodging here on Moore campus. As you can see, this is the bathroom. This is the area where players are lodging here on Moore campus. As you can see, this is the bathroom. And within the bathroom, there where they have the water, they have the food stuff, the bag of rice.
I play our players sleeping in the pool playing the
This
country
is
music.
the sleeping place, as you can see.
Got a mattress there and they put the train on the beginning of refugee camp.
This is
When
where
we
they are
bring the
sleeping.
country
This is
new
their
up on when
food.
it comes to sport.
And so I think there's a need that people that are following
Fire
can
break
help in
or
the
in that
process
place.
to
If you want to
assist the
go that
team.
TV in
Now
that
that
place,
the
will give
team
it.
was able to win two of her games, and in the soonest possible time they will be on their way to Monrovia. So these are places that the players are sleeping. Like I said from the onset, this is the bathroom, and within the bathroom, they where they have the rice, the water. You see the camel at the back there. So thanks.
Thank you, one begin from the VOG era. For security reason, I can't get up again. Can't get up many for security reason, but as well our boys are sleeping. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we're gonna do it for tonight. We're gonna call it a night here. But before we go, let's play our sister one more time. Oh yeah. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it tonight. To everybody that joined us and watched this interview with the former president, Mr. Collins Tillman, you thank you for tuning in. Those who share the show too, thanks for also sharing the show. Tomorrow I'm gonna be available when the Gilmores do. I will try to place a call to them to see if they can bring anybody to promote them on the side of thing. Want to get everybody the platform to do their campaign. If you got a big fish want to endorse, call me. Bobby told us he want to endorse. If I'll tell I'll call Bobby tomorrow to see what Bobby's standing on this whole thing, this election that's coming. Is he going to endorse Gilmore, or is he going to endorse either party that he opposed in the past? We're going to know. But so that said, ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful night and stay warm. It's cold here. If you are in Louisville, Kentucky, they want you to put your little faucet on a little bit because it's be freezing cold tonight. So put it on so your pipes don't, you know what I mean? Freeze. Let it run, let it run, let it run. Let the water flow on the thing if you are in the Louisville area. So that's how we're gonna close it up tonight. Somebody said I'm gonna send a song to you. That song, a strong song. That lady that sang that song, she's a strong. She's just a strong, giddy lady. She's a strong giddy woman. They say giddy, strong crown woman. With a part through Cote d'Ivoire and the giddy are the crown people. Then the Jakubai that the Gio people. Then they got the Kromine people. They want taboo. Then crown Maryland. They are the Maryland taboo. And Kromine, I think Kromine or Kromine, someone I think that are the Kro people. Then the giddy people. They are the Jiglo people. Then they are crown people. Where you. We are a word. We are a giri. We are the original giri of the land. There is no way you can say we're now original giri on your own. Yeah, when you there, Magovi, you see that? Low for I saw the thing on the news. So put a little spark it up a little bit, it's gonna be cool. We used to do that in Minneapolis. We our sister Yvonne or Yvonne Vlay, I saw Dwayne Vlay, I saw Minneapolis. We used to turn that thing on most of the time because it's very cold over there, they say. But yeah, put it up in King KY here. So put it up and don't get to yourself. You don't want nothing busting in your house. When it busts to repair it's difficult. So put it up, put it up, put it up. Thank you. Bye.